up, everybody? So it's been a while since we did any videos. So I threw some teasers out there about one of the cars that I built years ago, and I was going to get the car back possibly because I came across it again for the second time. You want to show them the car, Ricky? Oh yeah. So let me just give you a background on the car. So basically, I bought the car. It was like 2000-ish. Bought it out of Patterson, New Jersey. It was green, and it is a 65 Nova, if anyone doesn't know what it is. So the car was green. It had like a gold interior. So it had bench seat front, bench rear, and it was gold. And basically, trailered at home. It had no motor, and it had a 4-speed manual transmission. So I decided I was going to buy a motor used from a friend, put it in, get the car back together. I built the whole car in my driveway, basically, where I was living at the time in Shelton, and got the car running and took it around, cruising it. Unfortunately, I was up on Route 25 in Trumbull, and the fiberglass hood that was on it, it blew open. And if you look, so the hood folded all the way up and over, and if you look at these dimples, 1, 2, and 3, that was from the original cowl. When it flipped open, it actually folded up and over, and this whole part of the roof was completely dented. So at that time, me and a good friend of mine, who I'm still good friends with, Ronnie, he was in one of the other videos helping me with body work on Uncle Mark's car. That was Aardvark Mark, if anybody remembers that one.
No, Dirt Spot Mark.
Oh, Dirt Spot Marks, yeah, that's right. So we decided, let's redo the whole car, and fix everything and change it. We'll put our own color on it. So we DA'd the whole car down. We did a couple of repairs to existing repairs in the quarter panels, and then we took a factory hood, which this is a steel hood, and we took a fiberglass cowl and we molded it to the hood. And then Ronnie, which I actually have pictures, he taped off all the flames and did the custom color. So this is PPG Harlequin, and I want to say this was the purple to gold, I think, or gold to purple. I forget the flop. And then this blue, we're trying to figure out what it was. We can't remember if it was a custom blue or if this was a Corvette GM blue, because I'm almost positive it was a GM blue back in like the late 90s for Corvettes. So I got to figure it out, because so basically the car, I sold the car in 2001. We painted it, so this paint is actually 21 years old. I had the car up until 2003. Ended up putting a 5-speed in it, took the 4-speed out of it, put a Richmond 5-speed in it, loved it. The car was great. But then I had a business opportunity in 2004, so I ended up actually selling the car with money for the business that I bought. And crazy enough, the gentleman that ended up getting the car that I bought the business from didn't want the car anymore. So I ended up buying it back when I had my old shop in Monroe. So I had the car for a few more years, raced it a few times, drove it around. 2006 or 2007, I think it was 2007, I sold the car. And that was the last time I saw it. 2007, the car went away. It went up north. I think it was at the Mass line or Manchester area, somewhere around there. It was northern Connecticut. And I never heard from anyone again, never saw it again. And then a year ago, I'm searching Facebook Marketplace, and it pops up for sale. So I was like amazed. It was in Danbury.
A year ago?
Yeah, it was in Danbury. This is the first time. So the car was in Danbury. So I decided to go look at it. I contacted the guy. I went to go look at it. It really wasn't, I don't know. There was a lot of little things. So the interior had like these goofy bucket seats in it. It had a roll cage somebody had put in it. They had changed I'll show you the motor now. So when I had it, it was just a traditional 350. Had dart heads on it, steel heads. Somebody changed around everything in here, and they put a 406 Billy the Kid small block. I guess Billy the Kid's well known for a lot of roundy round type stuff, but they kind of doctored up the engine bay. They matched the blue and they painted it all blue. This was originally all black. I prefer it to be satin black. I don't really like when they paint match the firewall and everything. I just don't like the way it looks. But they added a lot of like aluminum and blue hoses and just kind of, to be honest, it's like an outdated style. It's not my style, but whatever. So this is how the car was when I saw it last year. And then the interior was gross because all it had were two really weird looking Recaro racing seats and had a roll cage that was real crappy and it wasn't that nice. And then on the back over here, it actually had a dent. So this area right here was actually dented in. And you can see that somebody pushed it back out, but it still has some cracked bodywork and paint from where it was dented. So that is one of the issues with the car right now. But I'm not even worried about it because from 5 feet away, you can barely tell it's there. Eventually, I'll fix this, or I'll help Ronnie help me repaint it. But I'm not worried about it. So I offered the guy a certain amount of money back then because there's a lot of things on this car that are from 2001 when I built it. I mean, the exhaust is the same exhaust. The rear differential is the same. It's still a leaf spring car in the rear. The frame connectors are still the same ones I put in it. The shocks are still the same rear shocks. The Lakewood drag shocks are in the back. So through the grapevine, after it kind of sold again, I didn't buy it. So it sold to somebody else, and it may have actually switched hands twice after that. Somebody ended up updating the interior. That was the last guy, so he redid the whole interior, which
I already showed that.
Yeah, I really like the interior. They did a nice job with the gauges. I like those. They redid the dash, so they actually painted the dash because this was tan and it had a black top, but it was only a satin black. So they did it gloss black and they did the blue to match. So they did a nice job. It came out really nice. They matched all the doors. They painted all the doors to match. They did the full black interior, back seat, the Pro Car front bucket seats, new rug. So I mean, they spent some money. The headliner's all redone, new visors. So I mean, they spent some money on it for sure. The headliner's really nice. They did a nice job on it. So I mean, it's definitely still the 5-speed, same 5-speed that I put in it. They changed the shifter handle, which it's okay. I'd rather have a ball on there instead of a handle, to be honest. But it's the interior was actually something that when I saw it recently when it popped up for sale, I really wanted it because they finally did the interior nice. The gauges, I'm not a big fan of the silver, but it looks good. I'm actually really, I'm kind of happy with it. But it's crazy because even the rims are the same rims. I even think the front tires are still the same tires. It's really weird. So it just it brought back a lot of memories, and I was not looking for this car at all. And all of a sudden, I pulled up Facebook 2 weeks ago on Marketplace, and it came up as a suggestion, and I knew right away because it was the same guy that was trying to sell it a few months ago. And I contacted him, but he wanted a lot of money for it, and I did not have any money to spend, and I passed. And so this was the third time that it went up for sale in the past year, and I jumped on it. I didn't care. So, but I still got it for a good price. I'm not going to talk about that, but I still got it for a good price. It was worth it all day long. So I got to go through it. Like somebody upgraded the front suspension. It's got the CPP lower control arms, upper control arms, coilover conversion, but it's still technically front end is stock. It's a stock style. Strut towers. It's a good setup, but it's not ideal. The only thing I don't like is they put an oil pan on there that is really deep. So like if you lower the car, right now it's up in the air a little bit. I kind of want to drop it down, but if I lower it, it's going to be like 2 inches off the ground. So I don't want a oil pan 2 inches off the ground. So that might have to get changed sooner than later, but they're pretty easy on these to change the oil pans. All you do is just drop the steering and then the oil pan's right there. It's pretty accessible. We'll show them underneath though, because everything's still the same. It's crazy.
Can we take a ride?
Take a ride? Yeah, we can take a ride. It's not registered, but we'll still take a ride. Leave that right there. So, oh, grab the keys real quick. Oh yeah. So here's the problem. This is the only thing that I was kind of like, oh boy. So these are considered quarter panel peak moldings, and these are specific to 65 only. They start here, it goes all the way around, and then it ends there. This one is pretty banged up. That's actually one of the originals. So on this side, it's missing, and we're not really sure what happened. The guy doesn't really know. It was the owner before him. He never had it, and it's very hard to find. This is the Holy Grail, and it is missing. So probably going to end up trying to find a set of these, which are the uppers, and that's a full piece. But if you look, the ends are actually shaped like the ends of the other piece. So I could take a straight piece and I could fabricate the straight piece and actually make the bends and make it work. So not bad though. I'm actually he put new bumpers on it. Yeah, the guy put new bumpers on it. I mean, it looks really good for 21-year-old paint. There are imperfections, but I mean, I'm not complaining at all. This thing looks great.
Like right there.
Yeah, it's missing. So here, I'll open the trunk. Let me see. So I didn't really, I'm not a big fan of having a fuel cell in a street car. Oop, careful. But they ended up putting the battery in the trunk, which I never had it in the trunk. No. They put a little shutoff here, which really doesn't do much. It's on the negative side, which isn't even correct. And they put a fuel cell. I had an original tank in it that was underneath with a sump, and they got rid of all that. And the only thing I didn't like was they cut the floor and made a whole little setup for this, you know, for the cell,
like that.
which I don't really like. So I'm going to change that. But the crazy thing is, that's the rear that I left in it and built. That's got a 410, I think, or 411 gear. And I want to say it's a mini spool, and that was the mini spool I put in. These are the Flowmaster 2.5-inch tailpipes, pre-bents. They are exactly the same mufflers. They may have modified the front pipes going into the headers, because the headers are a little bit different now with a different motor. They definitely changed the fuel system a little bit, but I want to say that's the same Holley blue pump that I put in. So I mean, everything is, the slapper bars, the multi-leaf, everything is the same. Drum brakes in the rear. I got to go through the brakes, because I'm noticing the brakes are a little kind of funny, because they're a little squeaky, but they're also a little funny. So I got to check the rears. The drums are probably leaking wheel cylinders and all that crap. So, but yeah, I think this is the same fuel line that I put in it. They just re-ran it around. It's crazy. So I mean, it's not a big deal. There's a level sensor in the fuel tank now. So I mean, you do know how much fuel you have. It's not that bad.
Why is there two of these? There's no like really reason to have two of these.
Well, that one used to be this is the door key. One of these is the trunk.
Oh.
So that's trunk, and I think this one's the door key, which used to be the ignition, but then they changed the ignition to a newer style.
Oh.
So let's see if this one works. Here. See if it works. Yeah, that's the locks. Oh yeah, they work. Nice. So they still work.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, and the funny thing is, that's the sticker I put on it. I'm covering up a bad word. So I'll go like this. There.
Oh, I didn't even notice that when I was
Yeah, it's a bad word.
When I was reading that, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, we don't want a bad word on there.
Cause you get.
I put that sticker on there when I built the car.
Cause you get demonetized.
Actually, that sticker might have been on there when I bought it. So yeah, it's a lot of little things. I mean, this motor, it's got a demon carburetor on it, and it kind of runs okay, but it definitely doesn't have the power.
Where are the clips?
They're in my pocket.
Oh.
It definitely doesn't have the power that the guy said it has. I don't believe that. It says it has 500 something horsepower, but
No, it doesn't.
I mean, I think it's a good little motor, but I mean, this carburetor is garbage. It's a demon carburetor, and that air filter is garbage. So I mean, there's a lot of things that are up against it. I still have to check everything over. I haven't checked anything. I haven't really even driven it. So you want to go for a quick ride?
Yeah.
All right. So the switches are actually all the same. Reverse lights on the left here, and that's the fan.
Nice.
I wonder if
What's that little cup holder thing?
Oh, that's an ashtray.
What's that?
It's an ashtray for like cigarettes and stuff. Because back in the day, everybody smoked.
Yep.
I wonder if the wipers work.
No.
Oh my God, they do. Oh, that's awesome. Lights work. So it doesn't run too bad. I gotta probably change out this carburetor. I don't really like the Demon carburetors. They're kind of junky. Never really liked them. But this thing's got. Does the air work? Oh yeah, it does. Wow.
Where's the air coming out?
Everything works. It's awesome. Vents off. Wow, that's awesome.
Where does the air come out?
Everything works. I forgot about that. Oh, there they are. There's the handles for the back.
Oh.
For the rear windows.
I don't want to put them on right now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Then the guy he broke the turn signal switch.
What?
So I need a new one.
So you can't even turn signal?
That's right. I think everything works but the speedo. The speedo's not hooked up.
Wow.
I don't really care about that right now.
The car's loud.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Actually runs good. This is the first time I actually driven it, other than just up the street and back. So I'm actually pretty happy with it. The shifter, the seat's pretty comfortable. I gotta probably adjust it a little bit. It's kind of, I almost feel like the front of it's too far down. Like it needs to be kind of like tilted, like space up a little. Like there's nothing underneath your hamstring. Like I need a little more lift. I gotta definitely check the front end. It's like a little, kind of like a little loose. So it might just be probably just a alignment issue. But it drives exactly the way I remember it. It's crazy. know, the interior is the best upgrade, but a lot of the other stuff is just real tacky. It's kind of, I don't know, just goony. Yeah, the brakes are squeaking real bad. I don't like that. Brakes are garbage. Definitely got to go through the brakes.
Yeah.
I'm almost thinking based on the temperature, it's not, the motor doesn't even get that hot. It doesn't even run that hot.
It doesn't?
I'm almost thinking there's not a lot of timing in this motor. So it needs a little more timing. It just doesn't seem to have that much of a, like, pull. Not for 500 horsepower. Feels good. Not bad.
You did a burnout.
I hear the little bit of rattle on the exhaust. Like I said, I gotta go over everything. Everything is... Like, I gotta fix the fan rattles. The exhaust rattles a little bit. It moved. So whoever's been doing work to it, they did okay, but it's a little...
Can you take over?
Yeah, there's some things that are just a little eh. So what do you think, Squints? Are you excited to go for more cruising?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And this is all for my college funds.
Oh yeah, so definitely like, subscribe, and share with your friends.
Yeah, get us to 1,000 subscribers, because
Yep.
I think we get money.
Oh yeah, that's when you get your college fund money.
Yeah.
It's all about Ricky's Squints college fund. Sorry. So how old are you now?
9.
So we got what would that be? 9 more years before you graduate.
That's 8. When I'm gonna be 18.
Yep. So then you'll be going to college. So in 9 years, we got to build this up. Come on, we need more subscribers. So Squints, how was that ride?
Good.
Yeah, not bad.
It was amazing.
Look how good that paint looks. 2001. 21 years. Car still shines. I haven't even touched it. And the guy really didn't do much to it either, to be perfectly honest. So, it looks good. I'm happy. I'm glad I got it back. I smell a little antifreeze, but I don't see any antifreeze. So I don't know where that's coming from. Might just be from the overflow. I don't know. I got to check the whole thing over. It sat way too long.
How long?
So that heap right there, I started doing a body work on it. And it's almost ready for some paint, like real soon. So once we get motivated again, which will be actually pretty soon, that's going to be back together. That'll be running, driving, racing. And what do you think? I'm sweating, man. It's hot. It is, yeah, I'm hot. It's gross out, man.
That's because you're an adult and you get hot more.
Yeah, that's true. I'm old.
I just guessed.
Oh, okay, thanks.
That's what I think.
So yeah, thanks for tuning in. We haven't had too many videos lately, but appreciate it.
Gotta make more.
I got some more video I've been uploading stuff from when we went racing with the BMW. So I got a whole bunch of video from that I can just throw together.
Months ago.
Yeah, it's from a few months ago. We ended up having a problem with the BMW, so it's basically it's getting fixed right now. Yeah, we had rear differential problems nonstop. So we're having a new diff put in for that, or built for that. Then I got to put it back in. So thanks for tuning in. And
my college funds, and like and subscribe and share it with your friends.
Ooh, extreme close up. Hello.